Hi, I'm Jen,
And I'm Mark.
and this is Journaling Together. Today we're talking pencils. Mark, you recently went on a not very deep but interesting pencil journey,
Yeah,
and you got me a bunch of pencils.
a very brief one.
And I'm loving that you got me a bunch of pencils. And so today we're going to try all the pencils. But a few things. I think that you and I have different pencil tastes. I have been a Ticonderoga loyalist for a long time, but that's only because I didn't know that there were other premium pencils out there. I knew that I hated the El Cheapo pencils that seemed to be made out of sawdust and glue with graphite thrown down the middle. So I knew I liked a nice hardwood pencil, but beyond that, I hadn't explored much further. So your recent interest has introduced me to a whole new world of pencils. But you did some research, and you tried telling me, help me, you tried telling me about what the numbers of pencils mean. I mean, we're Gen X. We had Scantron sheets when we were in school, and we had to have number 2 pencils. What does that mean?
Well, first of all, what's a Scantron? I'm not even familiar with that term.
Oh, man, the little bubble sheets. Scantron was one of the brand names.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I think they still do that, don't they? I know for voting we fill out bubbles, but it's probably all...
Yeah, but we don't use
computer
number 2
digitized.
pencils anymore.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right. It's like a ink pen, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, the question is...
what do the numbers
mean?
Yeah.
So it's... imagine a spectrum, a line, and on one side, I guess the left-hand side, you would have H and varying degrees of H, and then on the right-hand side, you have B and varying degrees of B. So I'm not quite sure how high the H goes, because I didn't really care much about that side, but it reflects...
Did I do it backward?
Yeah, that's fine. B or
Okay.
H, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So if you're looking at the H side, imagine put a 12 there.
Put a 12 here.
Yeah, I'm probably wrong, but I'm imagining it's 12. I know on the other side, it's the B. It's usually 12.
Okay.
Although I have seen a few like 14s and things.
Okay.
But anyway, so the more to the right you go, the harder the pencil lead. But typically, the lighter the mark, the graphite that it leaves, and then the more you go to the left, the darker the lead, but usually the softer. And I believe it's because. And I didn't research too hard. I was just looking for what was the darkest pencil I could find. And learned it quickly. It was 12Bs. But I believe it's because to make the graphite harder, they add materials like clay and other things. But that also, diffuses the graphite, making lightening the mark that it leaves. So.
Gotcha.
And HB, of course, is in the middle, which is where your number 2 pencil is.
And in the middle is HB, which is a number.
Although on your diagram it would be BH.
2.
On your...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. I think also this end here, these are like artist pencils. And
well, I think both sides, because to be honest with you, I think a lot of the dark pencils tend to be artist pencils. Because you want a dark...
I'm sorry, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, yes. You're right.
So these tend to be the artist pencils, and then these are the technical pencils. Oops, I spelled tech wrong. Like technical drawing pencils. And then in between is your regular writing pencils, right?
Yep.
How's that for an off-the-cuff diagram?
There you go.
All right. So we have a general diagram there of pencils. So when the clay goes up, the graphite goes down, but it gets harder. All right. Okay, so with all of that in mind, let's try some pencils. While you pull out the first pencil, I'm going to set our little diagram aside. I have preferences, yes. Of course. I like me a toothy paper when I'm writing with a pencil. I love to hear that scratchy sound. I do not like to hear the squeaky sound. Yes. Squeaky drives me crazy. I like scratchy.
Interesting. What if it's not squeaky? What if it's just no sound?
No sound is fine, but I do kind of like that scratch. So this paper, this is a very inexpensive pocket notebook from Hobby Lobby, Master's Touch brand pocket notebook. It's an artist notebook. And this is a very, it's a more of a drawing paper than a writing paper. So that's what I'm going to be using today. And I do not like writing with pencil on soft surfaces. I like my hard surfaces for pencils. So I've got a pencil board back here too.
So you're a little bit rock and roll. I'm a little bit country. I like the smoothest paper around and smoothest pencil, but the darkest pencil. So.
All right.
That paper drives me batty. I tried writing on it with pens and stuff. Even pens I couldn't stand on that paper. So
it's how I inherited it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So should we try pencil?
Yes. So the next two pencils are actually the next several pencils. Just go ahead.
I recognize the pencil you're about to hand me. Yeah. I love these pencils.
Well, I'm not going to try to hand you these blind, except for the very last one. I want to see if you can.
My favorite, Dixon Ticonderoga.
So it and the very next one are the only two that come pre-sharpened. If that means anything to anyone.
All right, so this is a number 2 HB pencil, right?
Now it's interesting that you say, I know so very little about brands. I know a little more now, but still not much. But I heard Ticonderoga, and I know you had said that they were kind of a premium brand. But I'm finding them all over. I'm finding them in Dollar Tree.
Yes, you're just going to pay more for them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and you might find them in fun colors, especially around July, August, September.
Yeah.
But generally they come yellow with a red eraser. You could get them in different sizes. They make like a triangle Ticonderoga. They make a fat Ticonderoga and those kinds of things. But it's your general run-of-the-mill pencil. So that's our Dixon Ticonderoga.
Now, I would ask you how it feels, but as I look, every single pencil here looks exactly the same in terms of shape, except for the mystery pencil.
I don't know. It looks like some of those pencils might be a little thicker.
They might be slightly, but I mean by a millimeter, at most. So here's the next one, same quality HB.
Okay, so what kind of pencil is this?
So this was a Leuchtturm, and this was bought purely on aesthetics.
I have to be able to spell it. Oh, look, it's right there.
Yes. It was green, so I had to get it to assuage my guilt for getting a planner from Leuchtturm.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Lighthouse Publications.
Oh, and this is an HB, which makes it a number 2. At first, it didn't feel quite right, but then the side flattened out, and it felt more like mine.
Now, do me a favor with the two that you have. Could you to the side draw a little color swatch or on the color swatch for this?
Yeah, just so we can see how dark it is.
I noticed something as I was playing with these, setting these up. One of these does seem darker, even though it's the same rating.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like. Yeah.
Oh, so you're finding it even between those two.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that may be because, as I quickly learned, there's a huge difference in the chemical makeup of a lot of these.
Okay.
That's why you're paying premium for some. Some of it's for the wood.
Right.
Particularly the Blackwings are just like top to bottom. It's all carefully chosen and. Yes. So
Mark's sitting across from me and he's watching me sniff all the pencils.
Yeah.
Because I like the smell of a nice hardwood pencil. Okay, so what am I looking at?
Kitaboshi 9606. By the way, the recommendations for these came from the Reddit.
Kitaboshi.
Also an HB.
Alrighty. I rather liked that one.
You do like that?
I did.
Interesting, yes.
All right, what do we have here?
This is a uni, high uni, a Mitsubishi pencil company.
And this is also an HB.
Yep.
Number 2. Okay.
All right, now we're starting to head towards the B's.
I want to point something out here real quick before we leave the HBs.
Mm-hmm.
So this was our Ticonderoga, and this was our Leuchtturm. Oops. Ah, they're rolling away from me. Okay, let me move this out of the way for a moment. Okay, so the Ticonderoga, the Leuchtturm, the Kitabushi, and the Mitsubishi High Uni. 2 of these have erasers. 2 of them do not. I'm a little twitchy about pencils that don't have erasers.
Interesting. So that bothers you?
I am. It bothers me a little. But you know what bothers me even more? Pencils that have erasers that don't work. And I'm noticing something here. So let's remove the 2 pencils that do not have erasers. So the Ticonderoga, and it's got to work on its own pencil, right? It has your general run-of-the-mill red eraser, right? This little pink thing.
Yeah.
This one looks like it's got a polymer eraser on it.
Oh, now we're stepping into your world.
Ooh, yeah. Though it didn't feel much like a polymer eraser. All right. Okay, I can move on now.
Okay. Continue with Mitsubishi. This is a 9800. It is a B.
Oh, it is unsharpened. Oh, the other end is...
I'm handing to you like a knife.
Oh, goodness gracious. You're trying not to stab me?
First, yes.
Thank you so much for not stabbing me. Okay, so this is also a Mitsubishi. This one says matured.
I believe that's the wood.
Oh, okay. And it's a Mitsubishi.
9800 again.
9800.
Credit recommendation.
And this one is a B. All right, so let's look at this. So if HB is here, a B is a 1B. It goes this way. So now we're going softer.
So, well, yes, but to my mind,
presumably.
Darker, because there is a twist here.
And just saying, there is no eraser.
See, I see it as a benefit.
Little tidbit. Did you know that if you were to drop a pencil on the floor, you run the risk of breaking the lead inside?
I bet you that risk goes way up on the H side. The B side.
It probably does, because of course, as pencils get harder, they also get more brittle.
Yeah.
But it drives me batty when the young man drops my pencils on the floor. All right.
All right.
Let's try. It's the B. Let's
now
try.
Follow me on my dark pen. I'm looking for the darkest.
Going down the deepest, darkest
so this
alleys.
Is a 6B. It's a Mitsubishi.
My goodness!
Mitsubishi
Look how
Uni.
thick that graphite is in there.
So, go ahead and try writing with that.
That is smooth.
Yes, it is.
And it is a 6B.
Yeah. Now, keep that nearby, because I want you to try this next.
Wait, now what? Oh, it's a Mitsubishi Uni, but do we know anything more about it?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Pressure-proofed high-density lead. All right.
Now here's a 12B. This is kind of a no name. It's called Pure Spirit. I think this is more of an artist pencil.
This one is
for high precision drafting.
For drafting.
Which is interesting. So I'm not sure why you would want to draft. I guess you would probably darkness on your diagrams.
Maybe. But... Look at how thick that lead is.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is a no brand.
Well, it's
Pure, it's Pure Spirit.
It's a brand I've never heard of. Now, are you noticing the darkness?
Yeah, right, it's away. Also mushy.
Much thicker line. Yeah. So interestingly, what I found, having written with both of these for a while, long form writing. First of all, it's hard for me to tell the difference between them sometimes. I think because the line variation is it changes so quickly. I found, and you could verify this if you want, I found the 6B lead to be much softer than that Pure Spirit pencil.
Oh, I didn't.
It is so bad because what I found was, if you put some sort of a point on it, and you have to look because there's actually a bevel on the tip of the pencil. If you look, look closely, there's a bevel.
Mm-hmm.
That bevel will flatten and move between about 3 words. So you cannot finish a sentence.
So you have to spin your pencil as you're writing.
Pencil every 3 words. So
wow.
As you're writing, you have to constantly, if you want the same sharpness of line. So I think that pencil, and it kind of drives me nuts, which is why I ended up not writing with it as much. And I switched to the Pure Spirit. The Pure Spirit would keep an edge a lot longer. It's still soft, but that Mitsubishi pencil, it's like, I could see how it's great for drawings.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to do long form writing, it's kind of a pain.
Yeah, they're nice and smooth to write with, but they're thick.
Yes. Yep, as they need to be
and they're mushy.
Yep. Okay, so done with that. So you've
I'm gonna try one more thing.
The extreme, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. That's mushy. Okay, so we've gone from your typical number 2 pencil to a very mushy pencil. And we've gotten solidly into artist pencil range here because once you get beyond 2B, so these two are definitely artist pencils. This one still might be considered a writing pencil. Okay, so what do you have for me now?
Now we got recently started to look into Blackwing, so we have a sub.
Blackwing.
We bought the sub. We bought the Audition pack, which includes 4 pencils of varying qualities.
Okay.
Writing qualities, and the idea is it comes with a coupon that you put towards a 12-pack of whatever one you've chosen. So it's a sampler pack. Although it wasn't cheap, so it was a non-cheap sampler pack. So starting from again
now it doesn't say on here what this is, so I'm just going to write it down. This is Blackwing.
Yep.
And I'm going to say this is natural.
That's natural.
Because of the color of the barrel here. Yeah. Oh, and it's got a gray eraser. And I love their erasers. They have wonderful polymer erasers. Let me just... But the best part
they're replaceable, and so
is the eraser comes out. You can use the whole thing and replace it. They come in different colors. Okay, just nerding for a moment. Okay.
All right, next, number 2 out of our Audition pack.
All right. So this is like, oh, it says it's 602. I have no idea what that means. Now, the reason that we're not writing out like the typical numbers here is Mark wants me to not know which one's harder and which one's softer and just pick out the pencil that I like best without knowing how hard or soft it is. Okay.
Well, it's a bit unfair for you to have to gauge after just writing one sentence.
We're going to get there.
But
We'll get there. And this one's not sharpened.
Oh, I could.
Yeah, let's sharpen that one.
More.
All right. Oh, and this one says balanced. And it is white, like a pearly white. Now I'm kind of being unfair to the pencils on this paper because this paper is so toothy. It's going to be really hard to erase. All right, and then this one is oof. I don't know. And this one is black.
It's the matte.
Oh, it's called matte. Okay, looking at this list, did you give them to me hardest to softest?
I might have.
So this is black. Yeah. I think I don't like the matte. It got too thick too fast. I would be sitting next to the pencil sharpener all day, going through pencils very quickly. So I have to choose between one of these three because I don't like the black one. So
well, what's important to you? Smoothness of writing, darkness of line.
I like it to be smooth, but I also like the line to stay fine.
So you're gonna want a harder lead.
And I've just realized I habitually turn my pencil with every word.
Interesting.
Probably because I like them to keep pointy.
Well, that's what I found with that one Mitsubishi 6B pencil was if I kept rotating it enough, I didn't have to sharpen it very often. But I had to be very aware of where the bevel was pointing.
Yeah, I'm going to go between these two, I think.
Uh-oh, it's a pencil face-off.
It is. And I think that I'm going to say this one just because it goes darker. I don't know. I like, the white one goes nice and dark too. I just don't like how often I have to.
Well, why don't you take those two for a spin then throughout the week?
Yeah, I misspelled B.
And you can give me the pearl. Not the pearl, I'm sorry, the matte.
It's not going to be the white one.
Rejected it.
Oh, this one says half the pressure.
Twice the speed. That was their motto, I believe, back in the day.
Oops. Okay. And this. It's this one.
Yeah?
Yep.
Final answer? You sure you don't want us to take it for
Final
a spin
answer.
for
Nope, that's it. That's my final answer.
All right. Well,
That's my final answer. I like this one. So what is the 602 equivalent to?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I know it's either an HB. I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Okay. You can tell us later?
Yes, I'll tell you later. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. Okay, are you ready for the mystery pencil?
Oh, we have more pencils.
Just one.
Oh, man. Okay, let me find a new page. Go for it.
Okay, so this is a Daiso find.
What?
Yes. Don't look at the tip of it. Don't look at the base of the pencil.
Ooh. I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now here's the fun thing. Are you ready for some reveal?
Yeah.
So first of all, it's actually a brand that you tried earlier.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Kitaboshi.
It's what?
Kitaboshi. That was like the second or third.
How do you spell that?
Kitaboshi.
Kitaboshi.
Japanese made, and which makes sense. Being
Oh, look at that. Okay.
It's a 4B.
It's a 4B. But I like it.
Yeah.
I like this one. Except it's got one problem.
What's that? It goes delta fast. No.
Wah wah.
Oh, see, that's a plus.
No eraser. No eraser. Okay. Okay. So
keep those. You can keep those two and write with them, and.
So let me give you back the pencils.
Now, what'd you think of the light term? I got that for you because it was green.
These are staying with me. The light term wasn't bad. It just I didn't have to pick one of those, right?
Yep.
So, but yeah. Wow. We have very, very different tastes in pencils. I do not like those squishy pencils.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a fan either, to be honest. It requires a lot of effort. But again, it's and I wonder if there isn't, and I haven't looked yet, but I wonder if there isn't darker pencils that have stronger lead.
Harder lead, you mean?
Harder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes, harder.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think there is a difference. Even the 12B Pure Spirit, and then maybe it's a function of it being a lower quality or lower cost pen, but I felt that it held its edge a lot longer than the 6B Mitsubishi pen. That Mitsubishi pen is almost like writing with just like clay. I mean, it's like it is very soft.
Yeah. Oh, I've looked it up. The Blackwings.
Yes.
Natural is equivalent to a B or HB.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Which one? You want to hand me the natural?
Natural.
Oops. So the natural is a B.
Oh, it said balanced on it, didn't it?
HB. No, it says nothing on it.
Oh, interesting. Which one said balanced?
The white one.
The white.
And the 602 is a 2B or B. The white one is a 3B, 2B. And the matte black is a 4B. But it is not anything like this 4B. This one holds a better point.
So something to think about. What goes into the pen? I mean, they're going to feel the same, right? They have to be within sub-millimeter closeness in terms of their width, their girth.
Yeah.
Right.
There is one ding on this one.
Oh, the eraser. Okay. So
no, besides that,
there's another differentiating factor.
There's another ding.
What's that?
It is not faceted.
You're right. I'm sorry. It is the one and only pen that was round.
Rolls. Oh.
Right. It is purely round, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Oh. And given how annoyed I am when my pencil breaks inside when it drops on the floor.
So it loses 2 points for functional
reasons.
But
No,
lack of eraser and
yes. and
lack
it's
of
rolly.
edge to catch, prevent roll.
However, I am a pencil grip user.
I wondered, now if memory serves me, back in the day, I won't say how many decades ago, but a few, didn't they used to have these like solid rubber, like triangular?
Yes, we had triangular rubber.
Triangular ones.
Oh my gosh, the pencil grips, like
It's a whole world.
It's a whole world of pencil grip, because pencil grips now are used to help children learn to write with a proper grip.
Sure.
And which is spectacular, because I wrote for years with an incorrect grip that was not corrected. And even now my grip isn't that great. But yeah, there's a whole pencil grip world. But I like the pencil grip because I like girthier pencils.
Yeah, I will say that was also one of the drawbacks, is these things are so thin in my big mitts.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So Mark does have very large hands.
Which is why I started to investigate how dark a lead could I put in a mechanical pencil, because mechanical pencils you can get a bit
thicker. Yeah.
So I found it can go up to a 6B. At the point size is like a 0.5 and a 0.7 millimeter.
Yeah.
All the way up to a 0.9 millimeter.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it looked like you couldn't do it, and that makes sense because it's got to hold its shape without structured wood around it.
Right. Okay.
Breaking into 1,000 pieces.
So I'm calling these two pencils my winners.
Okay.
I would be interested if anyone were so inclined to go hit their local Daiso and grab the Kitaboshi.
That was the package.
Here's the package of the Kitaboshi.
My sense is those were, at least of all the Daisos we went to in the Chicagoland area, so they should be pretty. I'm guessing that they're pretty ubiquitous.
Yeah, so
unlike the fountain pens.
Hit up your Daiso. See if you like the 4B pencil. If you have tried the Blackwings, oh look, it says right here, firm. Ever so slightly on the 602. If you've tried the Blackwings, what's your favorite Blackwing? And have you tried any of these other pencils? Are you a number 2 pencil kind of person, or do you like softer pencils like Mark? Do you use a pencil grip? Don't you?
Not to sound defensive, but I don't look for the softest pencil. I look for the darkest.
That's right. It's
I have to suffer the softness.
You have to suffer the softness to get your blackness.
Yes.
Okay.
I would love the firmest, if the firmest pencil were dark.
So you like your pencil like you like your coffee.
Yes.
Okay.
I like my heart.
Like your heart.
Than the heart of darkness.
No. That's fountain pen ink. That's something
yes.
entirely different. Okay. So I have my two winners. Mark is not getting them back. Now, the Blackwing, when we get the subscription, it comes with different each volume is what they call each of their shipments is a volume. Each volume, what makes it unique is the story behind it, but it also has different color barrels, different color erasers, and they put different hardnesses of pencil leads in them, of graphite. So, did we note at the beginning that these were all graphite pencils? None of these are charcoal pencils.
We did not know it.
Right. So we were doing only wood, only graphite pencils. And I think they are all only hardwood pencils, but I can't be sure because I can't read Japanese. And there it goes rolling off the screen. But I will get myself one of those nice rubber triangular pencil grips. I would keep it from rolling. It sounds like we have quite the storm rolling in, so maybe we should cut it here.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. So, all about the pencils.
Yes.
So this has been Journaling Together. And we'll see you next time. Do we have any idea what we might want to talk about next time?
Oh, there's so many ideas.
We have a craft project in mind, don't we?
We have several.
Ooh,
It's gonna be
okay.
a fight over which one we do.
And maybe it'll be a craft project. I have a few different journals I want to start, so we might start some more journals. Maybe a check-in on one of the journals I already started. Or maybe a check-in on my regular planner planning. We'll have to see. But for now, that is all. I'm Jen.
And I'm Mark.
And this has been Journaling Together. Yay.